Hey, what's up everyone? Today we are going to talk about Lords of the Fallen. Yes, this game is about to release tomorrow. Well, today, technically, right? Different time zone. Anyways, what we're going to talk about is a great way to level up. Now, in my opinion, I think it's a pretty broken method that you can use early game and level up and just get those stats high enough. This game is pretty forgiving, in my opinion, when it comes down to dying, so you probably do not need to follow this guide, but if you definitely have checked out the video, please subscribe right now and let's go ahead and talk about how you can do this. I'm first going to show you how to get to this location from the very beginning. What you can tell is that I'm at the waypoint, which is going to be abandoned red cups. If I'm pronouncing that right, I honestly could not tell you, but once you have located this, you can then take a left and go all the way down here. Now, by no means am I going to be revealing any spoilers within this video. I want to keep it spoiler free. So there's not going to be a single boss in this, so what you see is pretty much what you see. I'm just not going to ruin it for you guys, but I definitely recommend that you guys check this game out and definitely purchase it. It's pretty fun. We need to enter Umbral State, so once you've done that, you can then progress forward. You're going to see this fella on the bottom. We're going to yank him towards us, like so, and then what we'll do is then go forward. But you're going to have to watch out for that fella behind us. That's if you have not taken him out already. We could then check into that waypoint, but I'm just going to progress forward here, and we're going to then take a right. There's a nice little view there, a little vision of the past or whatnot that they have in this game. That's pretty cool too, by the way, when they've added that. Kind of gives you more depth into the game and kind of understand what has happened at a certain time. But you will see this huge tree eventually. Take a right and go towards the right instantly, because there's a group of enemies there that will definitely take you out. So go forward and just keep running forward. I mean, you really do not want to stop here. The second that you do stop, yeah, you're definitely going to take some good hits. Avoid that fella, no need to interact with him. And then when you go towards the very top here, take a left and you're going to see this right here. We are now going to be at Vestige of Marco the Axe. This is a really great spot if you want to level up quickly early game. So let's get into how this there's going to be two ways that we can actually farm this spot, and it's going to be up to you on what you think is more effective. I will definitely share my opinion here, and I'm going to show you the first method and then show you the second method. So as you can tell, we're over here at this spot. This is where you want to be, and we're going to head towards the left side. There's going to be two enemies at the top. I know you're thinking this is not a big deal, so what the heck? This is just pretty much your, I guess, your appetizer, if you will. We're going to just attack these guys just to get that extra XP, and then we'll go ahead and turn around and go directly down the steps here. So here's the thing, you will want to activate Umbral, and then you're going to head towards the right side and attack these egg sacs. I'm not really too sure what the name would be specifically, but that's what it looks like to me anyways. So what's inside here is going to be a bunch of skeletons. The cool thing is you're going to be able to have a chance of an item spawning while you're farming, so you're going to stack up on some items pretty well. So what we're going to do is attack this egg sac on the right side and just go straight down in the middle here. You can attack some of those sacs that I'm talking about, haha, sacs, and then what we're going to do is just attack that and then go straight down in the middle. You're going to see a bunch of these dudes. Go ahead and start slaying them like you typically would if you were in front of a bunch of monsters. And you're going to see at the top right that we're grabbing a bunch of XP. And on top of that, we do have that multiplier. So you're going to gain some extra XP when you do take out these enemies. And as you do make your way back towards the original spot where we just were a few seconds ago, you will notice that a few enemies may spawn in from here and there. As you do make your way from the spot and back towards the original spot that we just were at, as I mentioned. Once you make it back towards the vestige, you're just going to rest. So this way, all of the enemies will then respawn back. And yeah, you're able to go back towards the spot and take them out, just like you would in any Dark Souls game, really. So here's the thing, we have to talk about the second method. I will say that it's pretty much the same way, except we do not need to take out the two enemies at the front. The only reason why I do this is so that you can, of course, grab some more XP and you're able to add on towards your multiplier. So if that is something that interests you, you can absolutely do that. It's entirely up to you, so again, do as you will. We're going to go ahead and travel down towards the bottom here and just show you that everything is popping back up. Use Umbral, and then once you have used Umbral, you'll look towards the right side. You're going to see the sacs. Let's take those sacs out. And this is just going to allow us to also not allow those enemies to pop through. And I would say that I would also recommend that you do the same thing here, because it can be quite helpful if you start slashing some of the enemies in the middle here just to weaken them. It will make things a lot faster when it comes down to farming. The reason why is because obviously you're taking down half of their health. And here's the thing, if you're able to take them all out in their little egg sack form, you're gonna gain the same amount of XP that you would if they were out of it. So I would definitely recommend just start slashing away, and you might just gain an advantage when it comes down to farming as much XP as you can within the hour, which is really what you want. And so some of you might be thinking, well, why even farm this? Like, it's a fun game. You don't need no farming and whatnot. Well, some of you might need it. I mean, some of you that have followed some of my Elden Ring glitches have absolutely loved this stuff. And of course, this is not a glitch, but it definitely is a really useful method to level up and just increase some of your stats. So yeah, you can get over those little hiccups if you are experiencing some trouble with certain bosses. And of course, there's some OG players out there who are just like, we do not even need to bother with that stuff, man. We can go in there with half of a health bar and we're good, or even like a quarter of one or 1%. It's insane. I've seen some crazy people out there, and you guys are talented. But for me, I'm one of those fellas that I will max out my stats as much as I can and go crazy on it. And continuing on here, I'm just going to finish this up by telling you guys what you should watch out for. When it comes down to that spot right there in the middle, if you do progress a little bit forward up towards the top left, there is a chance where an enemy can actually merge through the barrier and attack you. I will try to include a clip here somewhere in the middle. And basically what happens is you will lose some of that XP, but you can go back and pick it up if you want, which is what you probably will do if you really care for it. And the second thing that you need to watch out for is when you're in the middle there, just because these skeletons are slow and they seem like they're not that effective, trust me, once you get them in a group, they can become quite deadly, especially when you're compacted in a space like that. They're able to swipe away, and when you try to roll out of the way, you might just get caught on a rock. And I'm not talking about glitch-wise, I'm just talking about it's kind of hard to kind of go around it essentially. And so that's something that you should also kind of take a step back and make sure that you're not doing that. And so with that being said, I think that's pretty much it with the things that you need to watch out for, how to farm it, how to get to the location straight from the beginning. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I just want to give you guys a huge shout out like I always do. If you guys are new to the channel or just not new and you're coming back and you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe if you want. Join the Discord. We talk about glitches, gameplay, and even my that's probably it, my cracked skull. Yes, guys, I cracked my skull, apparently, my front left side. And from what I understand is it's completely fine. No, I did not get a doctor to check it, but I did have a friend and a buddy say, yeah, that's okay. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's not what you should do when it comes down to injuries like that, but I will tell you guys how it happened. I headbutted my own truck. Yes, did I do it on purpose? No. Did I show that truck who was the boss? Yes, but my head definitely is cracked, and I did it all on accident because I was trying to do a job. Put all this stuff in there, get going, you know, make some money. Yeah, cracked my dome pretty hard. So that's that story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And with that being said, thank you guys so much. Probably didn't even need that story, but thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have a great day out there.